There is nothing inherently wrong with a sporting tournament making huge amounts of money, but there is something slightly troubling about a billion-dollar sports enterprise where the athletes are not paid a penny.
The NCAA brought in over $1 billion of revenue during the 2016-17 school year, and the athletes who were the driving force behind that revenue saw none of it. The fact that student athletes are not directly compensated for the benefits that they bring to their respective universities is a topic that has not really come to fruition until the last couple years. Today, however, the topic is more heated than ever, as those from inside the NCAA, those in institutional positions at universities, fans across the country, and the athletes themselves have joined the debate. Oliver Luck, the NCAA's former executive vice president of regulatory affairs, said in a 2015 speech, "It would be a bad mistake to create campus employer-employee relationships with student athletes. Paying college athletes would distract in a very significant way from pursuing what they really need to pursue, an education, and we need to emphasize the value of that education." However, to Mr. Luck's point, I and many others would raise the question, are student athletes really able to receive the full value of that education? The time commitment of playing a college sport, especially at the Division I level, gets in the way of student athletes being able to take full advantage of their educational opportunity. Don't take it from me though. Here's NFL defensive back Richard Sherman, a former football student athlete at Stanford University, also one of the world's premier educational institutions, with his take on the matter.
No, I don't think college athletes are given enough time to really take advantage of the free education that they're given. Show me how you're gonna get all your work done when after you get out at 7:30 or so, you got a test the next day, you're dead tired from practice, and you still have to study just as hard as everybody else every day and get all the same work done. And when you're a student athlete, you don't have that kind of time. You wake up in the morning, you have weights at this time. Then after weights, you go to class, and after class, you go maybe try to grab you a quick bite to eat. And then after you get your quick bite to eat, you go straight to meetings. And after meetings, you got practice. And after practice, you got to try to get all the work done you had throughout the day.
On average, student athletes spend 50 hours a week on athletics. With their extremely busy athletic schedule, it can be very difficult for them to find the time to properly complete assignments and study for exams. Not only does it become very difficult to find time for schoolwork, but it becomes impossible, illegal actually, to obtain a part-time job or any outside source of income, per NCAA rules. Here's former Wisconsin basketball student athlete Nigel Hayes giving his opinion while he was a student at UW.
Why isn't just the education you're receiving and that you're taking advantage of at Wisconsin enough?
The players should be paid the ones who are generating all of that money. And, it was just simple economics. They talk about the school, so let me use some of the schooling I've had. The economics, the free market that we live in, supply and demand. If we're the workers in this system that are generating all of this money, then those workers deserve a piece of that compensation.
This needs to change, and I'm glad to say that I believe it will before long.